Imperfection is beauty. Madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. Beneath the makeup and behind the smile, I am just a girl who wishes for the world. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid. So are regrets. I've never fooled anyone. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't. When it comes down to it, I let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what I do, then I'm already better than them. It's far better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone. So far, if you're gonna be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty. I am good, but not an angel. I do sin, but I am not the devil. I am just a small girl in a big world trying to find someone to love. A wise girl kisses but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left. The real lover is the man who can thrill you by kissing your forehead or smiling into your eyes or just staring into space. If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I don't mind living in a man's world, as long as I can be a woman in it. The nicest thing for me is sleep, then at least I can dream. You believe lies, so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. It's often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them, not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You're not alone. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. I want to grow old without facelifts. I want to have the courage to be loyal to the face I have made. Sometimes things fall apart, so that better things can fall together. All a girl really wants is for one guy to prove to her that they are not all the same. Sex is part of nature. I go along with nature. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God. But it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Boys think girls are like books. If the cover doesn't catch their eye, they won't bother to read what's inside. I have feelings too. I am still human. All I want is to be loved, for myself and for my talent. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're gonna fail at everything. This life is what you make it, not matter what. You're going to mess up sometimes. It's a universal truth. But the good part is you get to decide how you're going to mess it up. Girls will be your friends. They'll act like it anyway. But just remember, some come, some go. The ones that stay with you through everything, they're your true best friends. Don't let go of them. How wrong it is for a woman to expect the man to build the world she wants rather than to create it herself. Your clothes should be tight enough to show you're a woman, but loose enough to show you're a lady. When you're young and healthy, you can plan on Monday to commit suicide, and by Wednesday you're laughing again. A girl doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. That's the way you feel when you're beaten inside. You don't feel angry at those who've beaten you. you just feel ashamed. So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about.